All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 in the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakathum. And I won't say the title of the video till about maybe like a minute or so in with because of how the YouTube algorithm works. But as you can see here on the screen, you have a comment. Now, this is a landback on the video the elder, my lawyer, did, concerning a comment on this comment board. All right, and it's very out of order. It's not really a big deal because, at the end of the day, the Lord gonna choose who He's gonna choose. Like all you people on the comment boards with your opinions, trying to put in precepts and break things down. I mean, we sincerely don't care, man. I mean, it doesn't. The Lord is not dealing with whether or not you're right or wrong on a particular precept. You literally have to be chosen, and if you're not of that lot, then you're going to be in the lake. Okay, I'm gonna start using that. I said, the elder Yashwamba said it earlier. The lake. That's where y'all gonna be at. Y'all gonna go swimming in the lake, and I'm referring to the lake of fire. Okay, and knowing these things, it really should put the fear of the Lord, in a person that really believes. But that's really what it's gonna boil down to. These people don't really believe, so they talk, they run their mouth, they bump their gums on the comment boards, and this here happens to be a woman. All right. And so what I was going to title this was F3minism or womanism is not compatible with the truth. Okay. All of these ideologies that you people have, especially you women, all right, it's a stumbling block. Okay. The Lord set that up. If you fell into the lie that there should be some degree of equality between a man and a woman, and you can't come to grips to where you humble yourself and get underneath a man, because that's really what this all boils down to. Is these women talking, they don't have a man. Okay, that's really at the end of the day, that's really what it is. It's a feeling of insecurity, and on one hand I get it, but on the other hand, that's not an excuse to get up there and get on the comment board. You could just hold your peace or watch a different video, So it says, because he did a video basically, getting on to one of to our women, all right, and this Sarah Price here says, who would depend on an average Jake? Okay, most of them are awful. I mean, just listen how this Jake speaks in his videos. Demonic. Okay. She called it demonic. All right. Talk about healing a nation, not tearing people the hell down because you married a whore and now you have to pay child support. All right. So basically, she's trying to throw it back on us for mistakes that may or may not have been made, which is a lot of Jakes, it is what it is. You're in the world, you're a part of it. That's why we need forgiveness. That's why Yahweh Shai, made that sacrifice for us. All right, but trying to flip it back on us, number one, it don't mean anything, okay? Because the Lord is taking. He took the Apostle Paul, who was actively persecuting us, and being overzealous, all right? And he took the Apostle Paul, whose name was Saul at the time, and changed his name, and he became the most prolific members of the body, man. I mean, wrote a lot of the New Testament, got a lot of souls saved, but a lot of Jakes that were foreigners into the fold. Okay. So the Lord understands our condition and our plight. All right. And for a woman to come up here and talk about healing the nation when the Lord has already said He's about to kill 2/3 of you. is ridiculous. Okay? Now, what I went and did, all right, she said this is demonic, but what this is rebuke, okay? That's what this is. This is, nope, not what I want. Psalms chapter 119 and 21. It says, thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. All right. So we all know that we were cursed, and there are things with the curses that come with that. Okay. And oftentimes it does require us to be rebuked, women included. Okay. Now, what you don't hear is, I think she used calm down in one of the in one of her comments. What you don't hear is us being told to calm down when we're cursing out the men, which we do frequently. Quiet. But when we touch that nerve of getting on the woman, all of a sudden, it's all of these whataboutisms. Well, what about him? And what about her? And that. And we, this and that. Don't care. All right? Rebuke is a part of this thing. Okay? And if you don't like it, guess what? You can step, and then we gonna watch from the chariots on down, your ass getting roasted with thermonuclear missiles. All right? Second one, Proverbs 9 and 8, it says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. So if you turn bitter in your response to a rebuke, that means you're a scorner. All right? It says, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. So that should tell you what you need to know right there. The person here, this woman, all right, load this back up a little bit, trying to see it. She's void of wisdom, just like the scriptures say. All right, and now you understand why there has to be order. Why the women were told to keep silence. And why it is a bad thing, why it's such a drastic curse that our women are they're permanent baby mamas, man. Permanent single mothers. All right, no man in sight. All right, can't humble down, bad attitude, bad hygiene, bad diet. But entitled. All right, a woman will watch you struggle for the first 15 years of your working adult life. You finally make it, and all of a sudden she feels entitled. Well, remember when that time, you asked for my number, now you making money, and she's coming out of the blue. See, that's the ways of a woman, man. All right, it is what it is. We're not upset about it, but this is a message that this attitude, this shit ain't small to the Most High. All right. Get this real quick. Matthew 18 and 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me. All right. So that's the question that you should be asking is this man sincere? Does he do the work? How do you know a man is sincere? He does the work consistently. All right. That's how you know a man is sincere. He's doing the work. All right. Do you have a man that does this? All right. It says it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So these little slick comments, especially if you gotta be told multiple times, man, come on, man, how old are you? All right. She's childish, man. Ridiculous, really. So I went and got because she said in this comment it's demonic, but the scriptures tell you that you're supposed to rebuke. So you see this upside down world that they live in, that's called F-inism or F-E-M-inism. That's what that is. It's a perversion. It's an inversion of how things are supposed to be, of real order. So I went to the robot, all right, and I typed in, this is in Chat GPT, and I typed in what is F-E-M-inism. It says is a social, political, and cultural movement advocating for gender equality, particularly focusing on the rights and opportunities of women. It challenges systemic inequalities and biases that women face due to their gender, aiming to achieve equal rights in areas like education, employment, healthcare, and legal representation. Feminism also addresses issues such as sex, you see it, violence, reproductive rights, societal expectations related to gender roles. At its core, promotes the idea that all genders should have equal rights, freedoms, and opportunity. Wrong. And these are basics, man. Even women should know this. You know. Where was it? Was it 22? Where was it? What was I looking for? Salakia, give me 1 second. Let me check this in real quick. That's too broad of a search. See here. Oh, Slovakia. Slovakia founded 1 Corinthians. Well, this is one of them. 1 Corinthians 11:2. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. An ordinance means that's a form of order. Okay? Order. All right. What does it say? But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of every woman is the man. So the man is the head. Incompatible with F-inism, or whatever you want to call it. Some people call it women's liberation. Liberation from what? Liberation to do what? Now, what have they done with this liberation? Herpes is in half the population. Single motherhood rate is 3 out of 4 people now. Okay. The birth rates are declining. Credit card debt is up. Conspicuous consumption is out of control, and inflation is going up. All based on this movement, something the devil did, man. All right. Shut up, man. Shut your ass up. First Timothy 2:14. Actually, I'll just go to 11. Bring this out a lot. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, okay, in silence, with all subjection. Subjection, sub means under, okay? But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. That was the order, okay? And what it really is y'all don't like the fact that dealing with more than one woman is biblical. That's really at the core of a lot of this complaining, that we're seeing with these bitter baby mamas, all right, flapping their gums on the comment board about meaningless things. Go find you a man that's doing the work, man, and pray that the Lord have mercy on you. All right, I'm gonna end this here soon. I don't want to make this too long. It says in verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. So Adam didn't get deceived. Your ass did. The woman got deceived. You went out there and bought into women's liberation and feminism and all of this. You did. Okay? Adam was not deceived. That's why Adam was punished, because he knew better. Your dopey ass didn't know better. You went out there talking to oh yeah. And he got your stupid ass, man. So just fall in line. Goodness. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. All right? That's the means by which you're going to get saved. Not trying to break down precepts on the comment board. Okay? And we're in those times where any day now, this thing could spiral out of control for America, you Babylonians here. All right? It says, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. All right? So it ain't enough to just be a baby mama. You got to be in order. You got to continue in faith and charity and holiness and sobriety. Okay? So you can choose, man. All right? When you read Ezekiel 9 and 4, you're gonna have to make a decision on which side of this you want to be on. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, does not give a fuck, man. He is pissed off. The scriptures say the righteous are gonna scarcely be saved. Ezekiel 9 and 4, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in the mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. So do you want to be a part of the ones that got the mark of seal in their forehead? Or do you want to be of the others? All right, where the Lord told the angel to go in and smite, man. It says, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So there's no amount of crying, begging. There's no amount of pleading, gaslighting, manipulating. All right? You're not going to be able to undo a button in front of the angel to try to seduce him from judging your ass. All right, it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. So the Lord is not discriminating. This is going to be indiscriminate judgment. And by indiscriminate, I mean, based on the dimensions we talked about here, age, gender, whatever it is. It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So y'all are gonna get the first wake up call. The first major judgment. You're gonna see men that are Israelites. A lot of them that know that they're Israelites. A lot of them are in camps. That's where the Lord is starting, man. All right. It says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. That's plain, man. Anyway, man, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom.